Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to another Real Madrid review. Real Oviedo nil, Real Madrid 3. Um, that was actually an impressive watch, to be honest. I wanted to watch the whole game. This game was at 3 a.m. for me. Um, I got up at about 3:20, wanted to watch it. By the time I woke up, it was still nil nil, and I saw a little bit of it, but for some reason I was just feeling really sick when I woke up, and now I'm not. But it was like a short midnight sort of thing. So anyways, I couldn't stay up to watch it last night. So that was a little bit unfortunate. I would have liked to see the overall game played out. I didn't get to catch most of the game. I caught a couple of minutes, but yeah. Overall, I actually thought that the team wearing blue, was Real Madrid, and turns out it wasn't. It was Real Oviedo wearing their blue kit, because Real Madrid were wearing a very weird kit match, right? The white top with the, I want to say that's the away kit shorts, right? It was like the dark blue, maybe it's the third kit shorts. Either ways, it was like a dark blue shorts. So that was really weird. And I was thinking, who the hell has white shirt and dark blue shorts? Anyways, let's not get carried away. Um, let's talk about the game. Really, really good game. Much better than the first game. I think what I said about Real Oviedo yesterday in the preview was really what we saw. Really, defensive approach. I'm not blaming them, by the way, because for a team that are going to battle relegation, they are only sort of game plan that they can really establish, at least against the top teams, right? Maybe if they play against the teams like Auche and a few others, maybe Espanyol or whoever, like they can express themselves more. But when you're playing against a top team in the league and you're one of the lower bottom teams, you can't afford to take risk to try to go all out attack, because you don't have the same um, level of attackers as the opponent, right? And defensively as well. So you have to be a little bit more pragmatic, a little bit more cautious, and that's what we saw from Real Oviedo. Sometimes a five, sometimes even a six at the back, but that's what they were based on, trying to do more defensive work. And again, although Real Madrid won this game on 3-0, it didn't. The second and third goal didn't come until the last 10 to 15 minutes of the game. So um, I'm not trying to, you know, um, find faults or negatives, but I'm just saying, I still believe that for certain parts and to a certain extent, Real Madrid do struggle when they play against a team that play low block, and that is true, and that is still the truth. But we saw a much better Real Madrid team, a much better team overall, and guess what? It's the second game, a second win, and the second clean sheet in a row. So a lot of positives to take away. Um, but we also have to look into obviously what is there to improve. When eventually we take on the likes of Barcelona and Atletico Madrid and the other top teams. I know Barcelona looked a little bit shaky yesterday against Levante away. Atletico Madrid really haven't had a good start. They lost away against, I want to say, Espanyol, and then they lost. They drew at home against Auche. So it's not been a great start for them. But I'm not gonna focus on the other teams. I'm gonna focus on Real Madrid. And what we have to do right now is beat whoever's in front of us, and we're doing that, right? Um, but yeah, overall in general, a good game. Let's talk about the goals first before I get more in details. Because I think I have a couple of good discussions to talk about. Really, um, the first goal, Chouameni makes the tackle, wins the ball. Arda Güler picks it up. Really, again, another beautiful Arda Güler through pass that we have seen, that we saw against Tiro, I believe, a couple of weeks ago. And it's a similar finish. Mbappé gets the ball, strikes it after a lovely spin away. Um, Really good goal. The second goal, Vini Jr. does really, really well. This was towards the last 10 minutes of the game. Vini Jr. wins the ball back, makes a run. Mbappe does really well with his run as well because he sort of opened up space for himself and that little gap in between himself and Vini Jr., which allowed that pass. Then he gets the ball, first time finish, beautiful pass, beautiful goal, beautiful work rate from Vini Jr. to go and win the ball back. That is what we want to see from Vinicius Jr. We've said it many times and we'll continue to say it. Vini Jr. on his day is the best player in the world. But in order to reach that height, we need to see consistency, hard work, and more football, and not so much of the emotional side of the game. Now, again, today, what happened to Vini Jr. was um, not great, let's say. He was getting boos at the start. He was getting boos throughout the whole game by the away fans. The home fans, Real Oviedo fans. And by the way, can I just say, I have seen many Real Madrid fans as well talk rubbish about Vini Jr. I think that if you're a Real Madrid fan, you don't do that. You stick with the player. Now I don't know if those are trolls account made by Barcelona fans or whatever, but it's honestly disgusting. Anyways, when Vini Jr. is playing at his best, that level of consistency, that level of work rate, pressing, winning the ball back, playing for the team, that's what I've been saying. That's what I said in the preview. That's what I said in many, many games and many, many previews. And throughout this whole course, if Vini Jr. puts up that performance, he can go back to the top again. He can go back to that status of he is the best player in the world. But we are taking baby steps again because it's been a while since we were up there. He has fallen off a little bit now. We need to slowly get ourselves back up there, right? And then the third goal, again, great play out to the right hand side. Brahim Diaz gets the ball, little ball across the ground to Vini Jr. and just beautiful, takes a touch, little bit of a dummy, turns away, and then a quick little shot, right? It's a turn and shot, really, and a brilliant goal to make it 3-0, wrap up the game, and get all 3 points. Overall, the game, it was a very dominant game for Real Madrid, I would say. I thought Rodrigo was decent, had a good shot in the first 3 minutes. He was pushed away by the keeper. Carvajal couldn't quite get to the rebound. Fede Valverde had a shot from distance. Not much pace and power on that, but he'll come good. He will come good. I think overall, the keeper, Escandel, had to make a lot of saves. But to be fair to them, they had a couple of chances as well. Real Valladolid, Sibo hit the post as well. Someone took a I forgot who he was, but it might have been I don't remember who it was. But they had a shot. There was a good save in the 89th minute by Courtois. So they had a couple of good opportunities, but overall, I mean, the stats don't lie. 6 shots to 26, 3 shots on target to 10. Real Madrid had 65% possession, nearly double the amount of passes, 92% pass accuracy, in general, a very, very good display. Now let me go through the starting 11, and we have some things to talk about. Courtois was good, made a good save in the last few minutes, as we just said. I thought Carvajal had a good game, and people are laughing at Trent Alexander-Arnold. Look, we're into the second game of the season. I hope people who are laughing know what rotation mean. There isn't a need to start Trent every game. Now I know he's been brought in to be probably the starter, right? But we all know Carvajal is a club legend, and also Carvajal, we agree, we admit that Carvajal is way better defensively. But that doesn't mean Trent is a terrible player, and Trent doesn't give something in any ways, especially when you look at the attacking side of the game, what he can bring. we're letting Carvalho play to have a bit of balance, bit of rotation, and okay, yeah, he can bring a little bit more defensive stability, but let's not make a big deal out of this. Let's not make a big deal out of this. Rotation is what it means. He did come off, Trent did come on. Simple. Um, I was surprised, right? It was Rudiger and Huijsen, and Militao didn't come on at all. So the back two, um, I mean technically you can see the back four out of the five. Only Carvajal came off in the defense. Carreras also stayed on, played the full 90. Um, but I was surprised. Rudiger played the full 90. Militao didn't get any minutes, which is a little bit interesting. The midfield as well. Fede Valverde, Chouameni, Arda Güler, yet again, a very balanced midfield. I really like that. Chouameni doing a lot of brilliant work defensively. The winning the ball back, applying the pressure. Arda Güler, again, always involved in attacks, creative. Fede Valverde, the engine, again, always, he likes to take a shot every now and then from distance, and, he didn't score today, but, he was still very good. Rodrigo and Mastantuono both started as we predicted. Rodrigo, I thought, played well, but the headline would be when he came off and he looked really upset. Look, for Rodrigo, I get that it's sort of like a unfair thing. Like, Vini Jr. played the full game against Osasuna. Why don't I get to do the same in the return game? And why do you let Vini play more? Again, I get this sort of fair, unfair sort of thinking, but it's very childish. And I think that, look, Vini Jr. came on, scored and assisted. Great. Rodrigo was good. Didn't get any GAs, but again, it's not all about the GAs. He played well. He played over an hour. That's all he needs right now. I'm not saying that he doesn't need to play more, but I'm saying right now it's okay, because we are not fully sure yet what's gonna happen with Rodrigo. So, I would say that for him, he should take the positives. If he continue to play the way he did, he will start. He'll definitely start more. But I have a slight feeling Vini Jr. will take his place back. But I thought Vini Jr. did well coming off. So maybe there is that sort of rotation each game to try to push each other, right? There isn't a clear starter, maybe. Mastantuono started his first game. Obviously, he did come on against Osasuna, but his first start, he looked good. More to come. And then Mbappé was just brilliant again, man. Man of the match again. Like, the second game in a row now, Kylian Mbappé is incredible. Vini Jr. came on, was incredible as well. Trent came on, Gonzalo Garcia came on, Ceballos came on, and Brahim Diaz. All the subs made some impact. But just want to talk about Dani Ceballos, because he posted on his Instagram story a picture of him after the game. And then in the Instagram story, which is this new feature where you can add comments. I mean, it's not a new feature. It's a new feature like a couple of months now. But he put in the comment section of the story, "Last Dance." Now, I don't know what that's referring to, but I feel like a lot of people expect that to be my final game. Now, look, I don't know if there's been something agreed, but he has got 1 week. Real Madrid play this upcoming weekend again against Mallorca at home. That means that in the next few days, we are expected to hear an announcement of some sort if he was to leave, which, I mean, why would he put last dance, right? If he was to leave, we are expecting an announcement soon. And I don't know if it's pure speculation, but then again, why would he post that? I don't know. Like, it's very confusing right now. But if Dani Ceballos does leave, we'll talk about it in a separate video, of course. But just wanted to highlight that as well. A couple of players didn't get minutes. Like I said, Militao didn't come on, Alaba didn't come on, Raul Asensio didn't come on, Fran Garcia didn't come on. But again, it's okay. This sort of competition, pushing each other to greater heights, right? But yeah, overall, I would say that Real Madrid played well today. A very good performance. Um, you look at the start that we have. These are games that we must win, right? Osasuna at home. Osasuna have been a top 10, maybe even top 8 team consistently now for the last couple of years. Away games aren't easy in La Liga, especially away to a newly promoted team. The atmosphere, the crowd. Mallorca at home, and then you've got some tougher games when you look at Real Sociedad away. Again, Levante away is going to be very similar to um, Real Oviedo away, and then Atletico Madrid away, Getafe away, Barcelona at home. So we're slowly approaching that. Obviously, those most of those games are in October and September, but we are slowly approaching those times. But yeah, the start is very important. Start as you mean to go on, and I think that it is very, very important that Real Madrid won today, and it wasn't just a fluke, it wasn't just a narrow scrap of a victory, it was brilliant, and we have to acknowledge that for what it is, right? So yeah, uh, that is that for today. Hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Hit the like button if you did, subscribe to the channel on already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.